What it do, what it does, what it is, what it was, what's popping. We about to get the show started. Let me get this intro come on in and we about to get it cracking.
The Invisible College, the Rosicrucian, the Sacred Order of the Rosy Cross, or more formally known as the Rosicrucians. The Order of the Rosicrucians stretched back to those mystery schools of ancient Egypt established by Pharaoh Akhenaten. And like most secret societies, it also has an allegorical founder by the name of Christian Rosicrucian. It is believed that this mystical figure traveled through ancient Cyprus, Arabia, and ancient Egypt, collecting the wisdom of the ages, before writing it all down in a compendium and spreading that information across Germany and Europe, establishing the Order of the Rosicrucians. The Order's main foundation is that of spiritual alchemy and the Hermetic ideology of the late Egyptians. It is believed that the Order's main objective was to restore the lost secrets of science, particularly in medicine. The disciples of the original Order were supposed to heal the sick without fee, focusing primarily on the healing arts of Arabic Islam and the Moors of Spain. Yet some believe they had more sinister objectives, a plot to reform the world through spiritual means. The public revealing of the Rosicrucians. The Rosicrucian order would start to become public with the rise of the Protestant movement. Many scholars believe that it was the reformer Martin Luther who first made his membership public, by showcasing his insignia of the Rosy Cross as he defended himself during the Diet of Worms. It is also believed that his right-hand man, Philip Melanchthon, the first systematic theologian of the Reformation, co-wrote the two first public manifestos of the Rosicrucians. The Fama Fraternitatis, which called for political and religious reform, and the Confessio Fraternitatis, which completed the first work. The first two manifestos would not be released until 1614 and 1615, after those two men's death. Then in 1616, The Chemical Romance of Christian Rosicrucian would be released. This work would be written by Johannes Valentinus André. The third work laid out the 7-day initiation of the Rosicrucians' members and the marriage between the king and the queen. The queen being the soul of the initiate and the king being God or the divine. These manifestos laid out the first modern interpretations of humanism, and it is obvious whoever wrote these books were utopians. They would be released at a time when Europe was being swallowed up by religious violence, and when people would begin to question the state and the monarchy. The members of the Sacred Order of the Rosy Cross during that time period would lay down the foundation for a state-ran school system, universal healthcare intertwined with religion, the psychological push for long-term colonization, and a return to Christian mysticism to eradicate the Puritanism of the past. Are their plans working so far?
This is a really interesting question, and I like how he asked this. So I'm going to give you all the first honest answer you've probably ever seen about it. About 2 weeks ago, I was in Amsterdam in an alchemical library, and I was reading some very old antique texts from the Rosicrucians about this very topic.
I have my own personal beliefs about whether or not there are non-corporeal intelligences beyond that of humanity, and how humanity has historically interacted with them.
But they put it more succinctly than I ever could, so I'm going to read you an excerpt from one of those books.
About the Rosicrucians, it is believed that they can command the elemental spirits of nature, and knew the secret of the Philosopher's Stone, a substance which rendered him who possessed it all-powerful, immortal, and supremely wise. And they assert that there are many occult laws and mysterious powers of which mankind on the whole knows very little, and which would for many centuries remain unknown to science, because all science is based upon the observation of facts, and facts must be perceived before they can be observed. But the spiritual powers of perception are not yet sufficiently among mankind as a whole to enable them to perceive spiritual things. They say that if our spiritual powers of perception were fully developed, we would see this universe peopled with other beings than ourselves, and of whose existence we know nothing at present. They speak of the inhabitants of the 4 kingdoms of nature, of nymphs, undines, gnomes, sylphs, salamanders, and fairies, as if they were people with whom they were most intimately acquainted, and as if they did not belong to the realm of the fable, but were living beings of an ethereal organization too subtle to be perceived by our gross material senses, but living, conscious, and knowing, ready to serve and instruct man, and to be instructed by him. They speak of planetary spirits, who were formerly men, but who are now as far above human beings as the latter are above animals. And they seriously assert that if men knew the divine powers which are dormant in their constitution, and were to pay attention to their development, instead of wasting all of their life and energies upon the comparatively insignificant and trifling affairs of the short and transient external existence upon this earth, they might in time become like those planetary spirits or gods. So it's not just my personal belief. Some of the greatest minds in human history have believed that we can interact with intelligences beyond the norm, and that there are definite ways to train people to open up this two-way street. I'm going to show you a few more pages from this book, and if there's enough interest, I'll republish it. So let me know in the comments.
But actually it's all a sham, because most of the high level of people in the Vatican are all Freemasons, and many of the people that are Freemasons are Catholics. It's like the old Hegelian idea, which he actually got from the Illuminati, of thesis, antithesis, synthesis. You have two opposing things, and they fight, and they come together, and they create and in this case, the idea would be to create a one-world religion out of these two opposites. The two things come together, and they merge. And that's actually happening right now before our very eyes. Because, for example, I don't know this, but I have serious reason to believe that the new Pope is in fact a Freemason. The old Pope who just died was a Freemason. The Pope before him was a Freemason.
How do you know
the Pope
that? before
him was not only a Freemason but a Rosicrucian.
How do you know that?
Well, the Angelo Roncalli, who was John the 23rd, he was a member of a very high-level Rosicrucian Masonic order. There are records to that effect, and that's been documented in a book called The Broken Cross. I forget the author, but you can look it up on the internet, I'm sure. Paul VI, almost every one of those cardinals, those new cardinals, were Freemasons. Now, by inference, we can assume that he was probably a Freemason, but that's only circumstantial. When John Paul II was shot, he gave the Grand Masonic Hailing Sign of Distress.
Oh, okay.
Which is what Masons do when they're in dire straits. Also, John Paul II is the Pope who issued the bull, which is what, like a papal decree, it's called a papal bull, that basically removed the ban on Freemasonry.
Oh, okay.
Which is also somewhat telling.
Wow.
So the actual secret is that Masonry is a sex cult.
Wow.
And that's why they wear their apron over their Holy of Holies. Just like there's a veil in the Temple of Solomon that covers the holy place where the Ark of the Covenant is. Well, this is the Holy of Holies of the Mason. That's why Masonic monuments are obelisks. Like Washington's monument, the largest obelisk in the world. He was a Freemason. It's a giant phallic symbol.
It's all there for everyone to see.
That is what the Masons mean by resurrection.
Wow.
If you go to a Masonic funeral, they talk about the sure and certain hope of the resurrection. When they say that word, they don't mean what all the nice, Christian people sitting in their chairs think they mean. They're talking about the fact that the phallus dies and then rises again.
Man, you already know what it is. You already know what it do. You already know what it does. Somebody in the comments said, man, I'm glad to see somebody else of high stature exposing this. Black Mirrors TV, I see you. You already know what the business is. Unity Daily, Dreadhead, Mikey Mike, Sonny D. I see all of y'all. We about to lay up there and get healthy real quick. And we about to get into the toxicity and flush out the toxicity after.
1. Boil bag of miracle tea in big pot of water for 30 minutes. Cover and let sit for 1 hour. 2. Pour miracle tea into 1 gallon pitcher. Fill remaining pitcher volume with water. 3. Optional. Pour 11 ounces. Agave, or honey. 4. Optional. Squeeze lemon into your pitcher. Refrigerate. Drink daily.
Let me serve you some tea. I know the truth can be a little hard to drink. I know it's smooth to a tea, got you sipping. Let me serve you some tea.
Yeah, my bad, y'all. So, what it do for everybody? What it does for everybody? Let me check in real quick. Let me put my face on the algorithm real quick. So everybody can know. Everybody can know this is me. This is not no clone. This is not no voice. This is me. Yeah, this is me. Cooling, retarded, fucking drooling. You understand me? Yeah. We about to get into it. KiLLUMiNAti 8. Order of the Rosicrucians. I'm about to dig in y'all ass, yo bitch ass motherfucker. Yeah, and I'm using your Freemasonic point to point at you, bitch. And I'm using your symbol, bitch. Poke you in your fucking eye, bitch. Play with me here. Anyway, my bad. my bad. We about to get it in. What it do, what it does, what it is, what it was. All the miracle team now get all the good stuff. We about to hop straight into it because ain't nothing else to do when it come to this right here. Everybody hear me loud and clear? All right, everybody hear me loud and clear. I'm cooling. And I had to make sure everybody was still alive in the room. And today's live was really inspired by this book. We're gonna get into this book by Mr. Alan Greenfield, but today's live was truly inspired by that. And I told y'all I was gonna start exposing this shit left and right. I told you I was gonna start, getting it down and putting it down how it's supposed to be, but y'all didn't believe me, so I let the white man tell you. Then how about that? I told you we'd be deathless. We just need new shells from time to time, and plenty of souls to eat.
It's just the law. Black people are slaves and white people own them. That's just the way it is.
I know. Just don't understand it, I guess.
Well, think of it this way, Kizzy. It's the natural way of things.
That's the way God made it?
Exactly. So if it wasn't right, why, he'd change it, wouldn't he? Kizzy, don't you want to be my slave?
Everybody can hear me. So that's what it is. You dig what I'm saying? I'm about to live there and get into this shit. All right. So before we get into the shits, let's get into the great grand holy mother. All honor, praises, due, and respect. You understand me? Because without that, without her fueling me and voicing me, and I wouldn't be able to do this. So let's, y'all can read in silence, y'all can listen in your head, try to repeat it with me. It don't matter, but let's get it popping. Great grand holy mother of all divine, the source of all gods and goddess. Great grand holy mother of all divine, the primordial from which we all derive. Great grand holy mother of all divine, the nothingness that allow all somethings to exist. Great grand holy mother of all divine, she is all mother. There is none greater than she. Great grand holy mother of all divine, for she is the vastness that allows us all to experience her boundaries. Great grand holy mother of all divine, mother of Ra, the most high, great grand holy father. Great grand holy father Ra, he who created himself from she. Great grand holy father Ra, creator and father of all things, father of all beings. She is his source. Amen. Ra, Ptah, Aum. And we getting into the great grand holy father Ra prayer. O great grand holy father Ra, you creator of all life, you source of all love. All lives matter when you shine. You are the father of all gods. The mother goddess Aset embraces you wholeheartedly and enfolds you in all her seasons. Those who follow you sing to you with joy, and they bow down their foreheads to Mother Earth in gratitude for your radiant blessings. O great grand holy father Ra, you are the light of truth, the owner of eternity, the source of everlastingness. You are source of all gods. You are source of all life. You are creator of eternity. You are maker of heaven. All the gods rejoice at your rising. O great grand holy father Ra, you are giver of all life. Mother Earth rejoices when she sees your golden rays. People who have been long dead come forward with cries of joy to behold your beauties every day. You go forth each day over heaven and earth. O great grand holy Father Ra, source of all life, you are love. All live through you. As we get into our intentions, amen. So as a people, we got to state our intentions in this thing, because they tell y'all what their intentions is in their movies and in all of their things. So you got to tell them what your intentions is and what you do, because intention is everything. With our intentions, we the people reclaim all words, phrases, and symbols that have been hijacked, stolen, plagiarized, misused, and abused by all human traffickers, pedophiles, rapists, racists, Satanists, and necrophiliacs. We the people dispel all cyber spell castings, operations that are not meant for the love and abundance of the people. Amen. Please comment your zodiac sign to sign this intention. And you already know when I come through, you know who I'm aiming at. I ain't got to say no more names. Y'all already know who they be. This is why I'm exposing them order for order, play for play. You feel me? Right here, you already know what they do. This was the cartoon version, and this was the real version. Okay, and they really do it, and I'm after all of them. Yeah, and y'all already know who they worship. Y'all already know what they represent. Y'all already know their preferences. You already know how they rocking, like a cut-off stocking, and they ain't even got no waves. You already know the alphabet. You already know the alphabets they with. Okay, you ain't gotta, we ain't gotta hide this thing. We ain't gotta, we might have to watch how we deliver this thing. We might have to watch how we project this thing, but we ain't gotta watch how we, expose this thing. We just gotta watch how we say it and how we dress it. But we could expose it because it's already exposed through them. Understand? It ain't like we done went around with some goddamn picks and shovels, knives and shit, dug in the goddamn earth and dug this shit up and said, hey, look at this. Nah, nigga, they put this shit in our face for us to decipher and for us to decode. So with that infinite intelligence and that cosmic knowledge, let's get it popping. You feel what I'm saying? So and you already know who they God is, bro. I ain't gotta keep saying it, but I'm gonna keep saying it. Look at that. I ain't gotta keep saying it, but I'm gonna keep saying it. Okay, we're gonna read this whole thing, man. This is the ritual of Set transformation. If you know anything about the god Set, it is an ancient African or ancient Kemetic. Let me stop saying African. Ancient Kemetic Tamerican black deity. The first deity that one would call Satan or the devil. This is where Satan comes from. Set is the first devil from Kemet, the first killer of gods. And in today's time, in your 2023 world, he is known predominantly as Yahweh, Allah, Jehovah. He goes by those three, predominantly in your world right now. Okay, here goes the ritual of Set transformation. Ritual of magic that shows you how to manifest Set through cultivating the number of the manifestation of Yahweh. Screenshot it, take a picture, show it to the Christians, let them get cognitive dissonance. Any questions? Like I told you before, in the ancient agnostics, Yahweh, Jehovah, Allah, or what you know today as the Christian God. Back then, he was known as the demiurge, chief of the archons, a malicious and jealous. Remember that. He said God is a jealous God. He was a malicious and jealous God, right? So it went under many names and many guises and has deluded many into believing that he is God, our creator, and the creator of the world. Okay? I'll repeat it again. He has fooled. Okay? He has fooled many of us into believing that he is God, the Most High, that nigga, the creator, and the creator of our world, the one I just sent all them good old praises to. He try to make you think he him, because remember, Ra is from Kemet too. That's Set granddaddy. Y'all got to know this bloodline, man. This real bloodline shit going on. He envies the divine spark within the human being. All right. The demiurge and his archons seek to mislead and enslave mankind and work to prevent us from ever awakening to our true potential. Thus, they spread fear. Thus, they spread hatred and suspicion among who? Among us, to divide us and to drive us into all manner of reckless crime, war, and fraud, and all these hostile things that goes against the nature of our soul. Okay. And so with that being said, the verse in the Quran tells you that. He said, I will lay on your straight way and I will block your belief, and I will try to block your believer from the front, back, and both sides. Right. So always remember this as you're going through the antithesis of this Gnosticism. All right. Now, understanding that when you go and Google, Yahweh is known as the false God, you'll see this pop up, right? So when you go on your Google, Yahweh is known as the false God. Now, what made me type that in? I was watching a TV show. I was watching Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Minding my business, watching Sabrina the Teenage Witch. And every time in the goddamn thing, they always referred to God as the false God. They never called him Yahweh. They name dropped him about one or two times, but they always called him the Dark Lord, the false God. And they called the other one the false God. They called, whatever, right? And when you look at it and you go, Yahweh is known as the false God. I'm not tripping. This whole system. They got whole systems. The Sethian, the Archontic. Remember, it's called the Archon. They got a system called the Archontic system. His name is Set. Look at the root, S-E-T, the Sethian system. Look at the Ophite system. Before Yahweh, before it morphed into Yahweh, it was called Yaldabaoth. Right? And remember, I showed y'all that. I told you. I showed y'all that. Remember, we went to whole Facebook jail because of KiLLUMiNAti Talk Part 7. YouTube jail, KiLLUMiNAti Talk Part 7. So if y'all want KiLLUMiNAti Talk Part 7, y'all go to the website, man, and you donate whatever you donate, and I send you the link to that, bro. But Yahweh is regarded as the malevolent demiurge and false god of the Old Testament. All right. So this bro, got our souls trapped in our bodies, imprisoned in a world full of pain and suffering. Sound familiar? And they tell you in the practices, you got to bear your cross. This is what the Christian ideology is, turn the other cheek, bear your cross, where everybody else shits on you, spits on you, throw dirt on your name, talk about you, laugh behind your back, but in your face, they some well-wishing, friendly, acting envy, hiding snakes with their hands out for your money. Man, how much can you take? With the streets keep calling. Heard it when I was asleep that this Gay-Z and Cockefeller records want to beef. Nigga, yeah, you already know what the business is, man. Y'all got to become spiritual gangsters and activate y'all chakras, but y'all too scared to feel. So y'all too scared to travel through the metabolism and the DNA and the RNA through your central nervous system and gather spiritual connections of love and compassion, peace throughout harmony and focus, nigga. You niggas scared to travel in your endocrine and nervous system and tap into your intuition and service and imagination and focusing on good and understanding through your hypothalamus, nigga. You niggas is scared to cleanse your body so your motherfucking expressions through your parathyroid and your feelings and your openness and your creativity and your communication can be at one. You niggas scared to travel through that heart chakra, your lymph, your lungs, nigga. You niggas is scared to balance, to get in balance, to get in love. You niggas is scared to connect. You niggas is scared for compassion. You niggas is scared of hope. You niggas is scared of forgiveness. You niggas is scared of love. I ain't tripping. I know what you niggas afraid of. That's why I'm bringing it. That's why I'm bringing it full fold, because you're scared of it. And I ain't got to hold my tongue for nobody. You scared. And what they tell you, if you're scared, go well. Why they say if you're scared, go to church? Because they know. They know. The God of fear lives in church, nigga. It says fear the Lord, your God. Nigga, the God of fear lives in church. We ain't gonna fear him. I got them algorithms, man. I got them algorithms. Y'all already know what the business is. They ain't free no more, but y'all know what the business is. I got the school on deck. Y'all can come holler. You already know what the business is. I ain't really got to say too much. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know what the business is. I'm reminding you, stay away from the still people. They still hating. They still complaining. They still losing. They still broke. They still not making a change. Still living in the past and still making excuses. Check their ass or get their ass from around you, period. As we about to get into this shit. Here, get it. But before I get into it, I'm about to, y'all stay right here, because for some reason my shit glitching on my end. So I'm about to lay up there and leave out and come back in. Y'all stay right here. As a matter of fact, look, let me play a quick little something, see if it'll let me back in. You ready? We about to, I'll be right back. Fuck Freemasons, nigga. Fuck sororities. Fuck all your fraternities, and fuck everybody that's aligned with the Illuminati, because they all some dick-sucking P3DO files, nigga. You feel plain bust ahead. The pen is mightier than the sword. The pen is mightier than the sword. The pen is mightier than a sword. They all some bitch-made, hoe-ass, devil-worshipping, Yahweh set sucker dick-ass bitches. That's what the fuck they is, nigga. And I said that, meant that, represent that. Can't take that back, little bitch. Fuck Freemasons, nigga. Fuck the Illuminati, nigga. Fuck the CIA, nigga. Fuck the FBI, nigga. Fuck Yahweh, nigga. Fuck all y'all niggas. Because y'all ain't nothing but some fucking hoe-ass bitches. Gang on mama, on baby mama, on great-grand holy mother, nigga. Fuck you. And y'all heard what he said. Y'all already heard what he said. Don't play with him. He bout that life. And today's was inspired by this right here. My next live is going to be a special live because I'm doing a new thing. A lot of y'all be wanting me to do a lot of things and talk about a lot of things. And so I got it to where now, you know, you pay me a certain amount of money and I'll do a live on your specific topic. Pay me a certain amount of money and I'll do a live specifically on the people, places, things, situation, subject, or topic that you want me to do a live on and dive deep into and delve into outside of the normal things that I'll be bringing to you. All right. So if you want to do what the fuck with that, just hit me up. You know, all my contacts are in the links in the description of the video. But this book was inspired by The Complete Secret Cipher of the UFO Knots by Alan Greenfield. Because we're about to get into this shit with you UFO niggas and you unidentified flying object niggas and you believers in things which are outside of the dome, right? Everybody keep on focusing on what's outside of the dome, never realizing, nigga, the dome is nothing but a mirror. The sky is nothing but a mirror for what's really going on inside of the dome. And that's just a 2% visible light mirror. That ain't even a full percent spectrum. All right. The book was written by Alan Greenfield. And it completely baffled me when I opened the pages and found out that this motherfucking book was a book, of Freemasonry. I didn't know the Freemasonry call themselves, UFO knots and all this shit, and ciphers and the cosmic war and shit. But I went to go looking, and I went and looking. It says that the secret ceremony, it says preface, UFO knots, ciphers, and the cosmic war. Remember, I keep telling y'all motherfuckers, bro, there's a war going on that you can't see if you ain't got the fucking magical glasses on, bro. And it's called the war in heaven. And he said there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought. Now remember, I keep telling you, my bad, y'all. I keep telling you, who is Mikael? Who is Mikael? Mikael is Yahweh. I keep on telling y'all that. Remember this. Y'all gotta understand metaphysical layers, gobbledygook of doublespeak. And it goes layers within layers, but it's all a bunch of things meaning the same thing. So it says, as the secret ceremony of the Masonic Royal Ark nears its climax, oh my goodness, the candidates are directed to bring before the king and high priest a strange box. Here we go, that word, strange again. I told you, look for these words: sick, odd, weird, strange, twisted, unusual, fellow, things of that nature. But anyway, priest a strange box with inexplicable writings on all four sides. Those four sides representing fire, earth, air, water. Okay, the four corners of the earth, and so on and so forth. But four representing what? Remember, four representing what? I'm about to give y'all a lesson. Four representing who? Four is the number of the manifestation of Yahweh. You see it right here. Read it and weep. We about to get back into the motherfucking shit as we leap, okay? But before we get back into this shit, understand why the Fantastic Four is a big movie. Understand why you got four legs on the chair, because it represents the four corners of the cube. See, remember, but you know the cube is working with six dimensions. 6 dimensions before corners. We got to understand this fucking math, the geometry, okay? So bam, the four sides. What was that? The high priest in the ceremony, at least hundreds of years old, looks at the box with surprise and exclaims, "Companion King, this is the Ark of the Covenant of God." What God they talking about, y'all? What God they talking about? The God with the number 4. Okay, Yahwizzle. They talking about Yahwiggity. Okay, they talking about Yahwiggity, man. Come on, man. The officer playing the king agrees, saying, "It is undoubtedly the true Ark of the Covenant, most excellent." Right? The high priest opens the ark and removes a book. Uh-oh. You won't hide something from a nigga, you put it well. I said, if you won't hide something from you niggas, you put it well. Because you niggas don't like to read. You niggas don't like to read. And you niggas definitely don't like to study, let alone read. So let's get it. On reading a few passages, the high priest proclaims, "This is a book of the law. Long lost, but now found." I once was lost, but now I'm found. Oh, come on, man. Holiness to the Lord. What Lord they talking about? Yahwiggity. You know they talking about Yahwiggity. All right. Who is Yahwiggity? We know who Yahwiggity is. Okay. The king and scribe agree. And the high priest tells the candidates for initiation, "You now see the world in an indebted, you now see," ready? Here we go. This is why they treat y'all how they treat y'all. "You now see that the world is indebted to masonry for the preservation of this sacred volume." You don't understand how important that bar is yet. You don't understand how important why you are the goy and you are the hoi polloi. You are the hoi polloi, the goy, okay? And it is this right here, because the world owes masonry a debt. Anyway, had it not been for the wisdom and precaution of our ancient brethren, boy, look at that goddamn narcissistic motherfucking Yahweh, huh? Ain't that motherfucker a good, jealous, narcissistic motherfucker? You gotta, man, that nigga, bro, hey, I can't believe y'all believe in nigga God. This nigga got so many devil fucking, that nigga ain't got nothing fucking godly. That nigga straight devilish, man. What the hell y'all okay, anyway. Had it not been for the wisdom and precaution of our ancient brethren, the only remaining copy of the law, would have been destroyed at the destruction of Jerusalem. Now we know Jerusalem is what? Heru. We know that's really cold. We know that's really cold for the witches of Salem, but we ain't gonna even much talk about the witches of Salem. We gonna keep on going. Other objects are removed. A pot of manna, a relic of the mysterious food that appeared out of nowhere to feed the Israelites fleeing Egypt. The rod of Aaron. They make you think this shit was real, actual fucking, that which had turned to a serpent, which devoured and created from the wands of the Egyptian magicians. Wait a minute. Don't you see this war against Egypt going on? Look at this war against Egypt going on, right? The rod of Aaron, right? When they were fleeing from Egypt. Now, when they were battling Egypt. Look, the high priest then finds 4 pieces of paper that on inspection proved to be the key to the cipher of the royal arc mason. Okay? With it, those present are able to decode the mysterious writing on the ark, which includes the long lost word of the master mason. And you know who the master mason is, the grand architect, aka Yahweh. Okay. The ancient names of 3 sky gods drawn together to form a single word. Okay. What is that? You ready? Who can? I'm gonna see how smart. I'm gonna see where y'all at with y'all knowledge. What are the names? What are the 3 names of the 3 sky gods that opens that activates the ark? Yeah, we about to get into the business. We about to get into the business. Yeah, we about to get into the business. Can anybody tell me what are the names of the 3 sky gods that form a single word? You got to give me the names of the sky gods that form a single word. Ooh, they got somebody on they shit. God damn, these motherfuckers. Lil Sound Studios. You's a real nigga boy. 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 You's a good nigga boy. You's a good there nigga boy. Okay? Lil Sound Studios with the answer. Okay? Isis, Ra. El, who is who? Set. Okay? Set. All right? Now, here we go. By such ciphers and codes have the initiates of all times communicated with each other and with their ultra-terrestrial masters. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Hold up. What you doing? What is that word right there, Chakra Doctor? They're ultra-terrestrial. What is that? We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. Okay, with their ultra-terrestrial masters. So wait a minute, these initiates, these people, these master masons and all of these, they got ultra-terrestrial masters. Okay? The secret chiefs of the great White Brotherhood. Ooh, I know I'm hitting you where it hurt. I know I'm hitting you where it hurt. I gotta just do it though. Others have used the same or similar ciphers to communicate with their opposition. The simple English-based cipher of 26 letters. What are those 26 letters? Can anybody please tell me the 26 letters? It's easy. Come on. What are the name? No, there's a real name. What are the name of the 26 letters? Please, pretty please. Can somebody tell me the name of the 26 letters? Somebody else already got it. Got the other one right. It's so easy. Okay? Okay? It's so easy. Come on. Who got it? Somebody give it to me. All right. We got too many smart motherfuckers in this bitch. I'm telling y'all. Alphabet. Okay? Those two, how you know? You know how you know? Because you got to use the alphabet in order to encode gematria. The alphabet correlates perfectly to gematria. Now, so they ain't hiding nothing. We smart enough to know. Okay? Others have used the same or similar ciphers to communicate to their opposition. 26 letters discussed in this book is directly traceable to the Kabbalah of 9 chambers, a Hebrew-based cipher of unknown antiquity used for centuries to decode the messages. Hold up, we're about to get into this ultra-terrestrial shit. Because the Freemasons, they have ultra-terrestrial masters. What is an ultra-terrestrial, please? An ultra-terrestrial, a superior non-human entity of natural, wait a minute, god damn, that shit was deep. A superior non-human entity of natural or supernatural origin that is indigenous to planet Earth. And it just so happened that in this definition, they got UFOs. UFOs, fairies, and elves are believed by some paranormal researchers to be ultra-terrestrial, and so are gnomes, goblins, shapeshifters, ogres, dwarves, leprechauns. You name it, they are all ultra-terrestrials. Some good, some bad. Everybody has their own free will to do shit, but they are ancient. And they are natural, meaning Mother Nature made them, or Father Nature made them. And they are indigenous to this planet right here. Yes, true that. True that, okay? We're going to dive a little bit more deep into this ultra-terrestrial shit because before we get into the workings of this shit, you got to know what the beliefs of the shit is, bro. If you don't know if you don't know what they believe, how can you know why they operating the way they operating? You just gonna be thinking they crazy. No, they got an agenda, they got a goal, they got a plan. So let's discuss the agenda, the goal, and the plan. All right. So the agenda and the goal and the plan is, you ready? This is just something from Alien Attack. 60 million years ago. Now remember, as soon as I heard 60 million years ago, the first thing landed into my brain was how they teach us in school that 60 million years ago, the dinosaurs went extinct. Right? For some reason, these reptilians and these Draco and all that shit that we call them and shit, think they're ultra-terrestrials, interdimensionals. Right? 60 million years ago, another race superior to ours foresaw the catastrophe, fled to space and fled the tragedy. Fled to space and fled the tragedy. Now they're here again with a simple claim: alien attack. They want their planet back. They want their shit back. You know how you take a nigga shit, nigga say he want his shit back, bro. Nigga want his shit back, bro. You gonna give him his shit back? Nigga want their shit back, in other words. The ultra-terrestrials are an alien race that, well, isn't really alien. In fact, they originate from Earth, just like us humans, but they're civilized. And I don't think, well, you know, when they talk about humans, I'm really being really serious right now. When they talk about humans, I'm actually believing that they're talking about Caucasians. When they're talking about human beings, mankind, they're talking about Caucasians. I'm telling you, bro. If you go out, if you get burned by the sun, you are a human being. You get burned by the sun, you are a human being. I'll repeat it again. If the sun burns you, motherfucker, you are a human being. Welcome to humanity. If the sun powers you and gives you food and makes you darker and tanner and, you know, makes you, you know, and you can stay in it for super long periods of time without never getting burned, you are what one would call the demigods, or some of them call us the children of the gods, the Nephilim, half human, half God. Well, how do we have human? Because you in these damn human meat suits. But how you have God? Because you have the prototype of the stars, the stardust within your genes, and you're able to go out into the sun, look the sun in its eye, and sun gaze, and it communicates frequencies to you. While others can't do that because it burns them or gives them damage to their eyes, damage to their skin. Okay? This is science. This is not anything to do. This is not anything to do with racism. This is knowing your species in your class and how they really look, how the powers that be, the 1% that y'all be claiming about, they, how they view life. Okay? So first and foremost, they're viewing life from an ultra-terrestrial lens, a lens of an ancient race of earthlings that once had control of Earth, but no longer have control of Earth, but they want control of Earth back. They want to take control of it back. Okay? So In fact, they originate from Earth, just like us humans, but their civilization is so much older and more advanced than ours that they have no trouble hiding from us for whatever reason. The term was coined by the ufologist John Keel in his book Operation Trojan Horse in 1970, wherein he claims that UFOs, various supernatural phenomena like Mothman, and religious narratives imply the activity imply the activity of an almighty high energy being coexisting with humans on Earth. Now remember, that almighty high energy being, they always referring that back to you know who, Yah Wiggity, okay? Yah Wiggity, y'all already know what's going on with Yah Wiggity, you feel me? So, contrast advanced ancient humans. Contrast advanced ancient humans. Remember this, advanced ancient humans. When it's humanity itself that developed early, got advanced, then for whatever reason disappeared or fell back into the primitiveness. If the species is human, but not obviously so at first, it may be original man. And those of y'all who done did the studies, what do they call us? Go look at the TV show, the CW. It's called The Originals. You got to understand the difference between mankind and original man. You got to understand the difference between Black Adam and Adam. They got Adam, then you got Black Adam. At the end of the Black Adam movie, who came holler at him? Adam, aka Superman. Huh? At the end of Black Adam, who came hollered at Black Adam and said, we need to talk? Or Adam. So you got Black Adam, and then you got Superman Adam. Yeah. But we're not gonna even get into that. We're not gonna even get into that. Okay? Boom. So, contrast Earth all along, which includes a reversal of this trope. Human spacefarers encounter a strange planet with strange life forms. It turns out that a lot of time has passed, and the strange planet is actually Earth. Different from masquerade, which is the act of hiding, e.g. in Men in Black, extraterrestrials are walking among humans, whereas this is about the origin of the hiding species. Ultra-terrestrials often reside inside the hollow earth, motherfucker. That's where the streets are paved of gold with milk and honey, bitch. They're not lying to you in them books. They didn't lie to you when they told you the streets of heaven is paved with milk and gold and honey, nigga. Go into the inner earth. I bet you Great Mother Earth got some fucking streets of gold in that bitch, nigga. Emerald gold, green and gold, motherfucker. Fuck you mean? Y'all niggas gotta wake up, man. Still others hang out in Atlantis. Where's Atlantis? Atlanta, motherfucker. Atlanta. ATL, Georgia, what we do it for you. Why you think ATL is the only spot that don't have no natural disasters? Ain't no hurricanes hit this bitch. Ain't no earthquakes hit this bitch. Ain't no tsunamis hitting this bitch. Ain't nothing hitting this bitch. What you talking about, bro? Come on. Florida could get demolished. Louisiana could get impoverished, get bust up. Mississippi could get bust up. Ain't no fucking forest fires, nothing. Why? Because the ultra-terrestrials hang out in Atlantis. And they got cold-blooded gangster weather, gangster technology, bro. All right, bro. I'm not gonna drag it on. All right. Still others hang out in Atlantis. Or a place that's said to be the inspiration for it. They just get it to you right there. They said others hang out in Atlantis, or a place that's said to be the inspiration for it. I keep on telling you, ain't no place like that ATL, bro. Compare/contrast transhuman aliens and transplanted humans, often a form of precursors, inverse of humanity came from space. Okay? Boom. As we about to get deeper into this shit. Okay? We about to get deeper into this shit. That was we just scratching the surface. As we get into, now remember, as I'm reading this book, right? This book right here. So the first page is this right here. The next page after this right here is this right here. And we got to explode this shit right here. We doggy. If we don't explode nothing else, we gonna explode it right here. Okay? This right here, ooh, let it marinate. Let it marinate. Let it marinate. Ooh, let it marinate, nigga. Let it marinate. Just read that bitch, cause we about to decode, decipher that bitch right there. We about to decode and decipher that motherfucker right there. Yeah, buddy. Okay. Let that motherfucker marinate, nigga. Cause we about this is now we about to get in. Doesn't that look like a light bulb going off on top of your head? That look like a little light bulb going off on top of nigga head. Don't that look like one of them light bulbs that go on top of nigga head? It look like a light bulb that go on top of nigga head to me, you hear me? And I got to get in some ideas. I got to get in some ideas. And I got to thinking. All right? And when I got to thinking, the things that I got to thinking made me, inspired me to do this live. I told you that, right? So, here we go. Order of Illuminati. So I'm going to be coming back to this, back and forth to this, because we're going to be coming back to this for reference. This is going to be the reference point that we come back to, okay? All right? So, the reference point is this right here. This, we're gonna start where it says, Order of Illuminati. So we know that this book is from a specific fraternity that is of the Order of Illuminati. Okay? We about to get into the Order of Illuminati before we get in, right? Here we go. Order of Illuminati first. Here we go. Boom. Adam Weishaupt. He was born in 1748, died in 1830. At 28 years old, he founded the Bavarian Illuminati. But that's not it. We're going to get into the actual meaning of Illuminati to them, okay? Boom. Now, Illuminati, plural of Latin. So anytime you hear that Latin descent, anytime you hear that Latin, you already know. You already know what it's heading for. That's European, okay? Now, the Illuminati is a name given to several groups. Wait. So you try to tell me they got a bunch of groups that are given the name Illuminati? Yup. Okay, now remember earlier when I used to tell y'all, I said, look, when I talk about the Illuminati, I'm talking about all secret societies, all fraternities that are aligned with Satan, right? Yahweh. You can call all that the Illuminati, right? And when I showed y'all the black cube, and the black cube said, and the black cube correlated how all secret societies are essentially answer to the black cube. See, remember, I had to get to the cult of the black. So we had to start from the top and then work our way to the bottom. So first, if you look at how I'm breaking everything down for y'all, I started at the top, exposing the reptoids and Yahweh and the Archon, right? And then, you see me breaking down a reptile, and then, boom, you see me constantly breaking down the rainbow booty boys, aka the Freemasonic Moors, right? And then you see me but y'all really never see me break down the white boys. But I do be breaking down the white boys. I broke down what's the name of that order? I did the Freemasons. I did the Freemasons, and I and I broke open the Illuminati. Now I'm getting deeper I'm talking about the actual Illuminati, but not one of the groups that's called Illuminati. There's the official Illuminati, the real Illuminati, and then you got all of the other organizations, Freemasonic organizations, Rosicrucian orders, Freemasonic organizations, all of that. And they are also called the Order of Illuminati as well. So this is why he starts off Order of Illuminati. Why? Because that's what the Rosicrucians answer to. The Rosicrucians answer to the Illuminati. Any fucking questions? The fucking Freemasons, that's the Illuminati. The Jesuits, Knights Templar, all that shit is Illuminati. All right? So henceforth, the name of this shit is called KiLLUMiNATi Talk. All right? KiLLUMiNATi Talk. Killing all that shit. Now, when you analyze this shit, all right, it is a name given to several groups, both real and fictitious. What I told you. They're going to mix you with some truth. They're going to hit you with some lie. Okay? Both real and fictitious. Historically, the name usually refers to the Bavarian Illuminati. And that's this dude right here, Adam Weishaupt. He's the founder of the Bavarian Illuminati, right? But historically, it is refers to the Bavarian Illuminati, an Enlightenment era secret society founded, okay, on 1st of May, 1776 in Bavaria. Today, part of Germany. So understand why this Germany thing is so big, and this war, this thing against Germany, and Germany this, and Hitler, and all of these different things that align with Germany, the war with the German Jews versus the Ashkenazi Jew. The Ashkenazi, which is German Jews, versus the European Jews, and so on and so forth, and all of the different wars within the culture of what we consider today is the modern day Caucasian. A lot of that has to do with Germany. Now, if you look at the word Germany, you're going to see two words in it. You're going to see germ, and then you're going to see many. And then you're going to see man. So you can see germ, you can see man, and you can see many. Now remember, when they teach it, in the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and all them, right? Or the unhonorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, right? And the unhonorable Elijah Muhammad, right? Brought and told y'all what? Told y'all that Yaqub, aka Yahweh, that's who Yaqub is. Yaqub, Yahweh, created the Caucasian through the germ of man, the brown germ. The brown germ of man. Okay? What's that symbolic for? Germany. Okay? Germany. Don't you see that life keep pointing? You're going to see when you dig into this occult shit, and you're going to see when you dig into this American history shit, and you're going to see when you dig into this fucking, this white history shit, you're going to see that Germany is the big bad wolf, while all other, Germany is the big bad wolf. Okay? Boom. Now, the society's goals were to oppose superstition, right? That was their goal, to oppose superstition. I beg to differ. To oppose superstition, obscurantism, right? Religious influence over public life, and abuses of state power, right? The order of the day. They wrote in their general statutes, is to put an end to the machinations of the purveyors of injustice, to control them without dominating them. To control them without dominating them. The Illuminati, along with Freemasonry and other secret societies, were outlawed through edict by Charles Theodore, Elector of Bavaria, with the encouragement of the Catholic Church. In 1784, 1785, 1787, and 1790. During subsequent years, the group was generally vilified by conservative and religious critics who claimed that the Illuminati continued underground and were responsible for the French Revolution. Now, when you're digging into this, if you want to dig deep, basically just breaking that all the way down. When you really want to get deep down into it, all this is basically giving you a brush up on white history, okay, or what one might call European history. So understand this too, all right? Many influential intellectuals and progressive politicians counted themselves as members. That's to this day. Remember that. Remember I showed y'all in the Illuminati, and they told y'all that the members of the Illuminati are progressive politicians, intellectuals, and famous people and things of that nature, including Ferdinand of Brunswick, Franz Josef von Zach, Johann Wolfgang Goethe, and Johann Gottfried Herder, Duke of Gotha, and Weimar. In subsequent use, Illuminati has been used when referring to various organizations which are alleged to be a continuation of the original Bavarian Illuminati. Though these links have not been substantiated, of course not, it's a secret. Why would they substantiate the links? And it ain't a secret no more. They're gonna call themselves an open society. All right. So these organizations have often been accused of conspiring to control world affairs. Fuck accused. Nigga, we see it in our face. So y'all might have started off in 1700 trying to stop the government from having too much power over the people, but somewhere the lines got blurred and corrupted. And I think from the beginning and the outset, it was made to look like y'all was for the people and against the government, when in actuality, you were for trying to manipulate the government so that you can have control over the people. You wanted control over the people versus the government having control over the people. And you knew that you can get control over the people by manipulating government first, because government has control over the people. Why go to the people when we can manipulate the machine that's controlling the people? And that has been the outset goal and point set match of the Illuminati. Control the government so that we can control the people, because the government got control over the people. All right? All right. These organizations have often been accused of conspiring to control world affairs by masterminding events and planting agents in government and corporations in order to gain political power and influence and establish a new world order. Central to some of the more widely known and elaborate conspiracy theories, the Illuminati are depicted as lurking in the shadows and pulling the strings and levers of power. This view of the Illuminati has found its way into popular culture because what's done in the dark comes to the light, y'all. All right, appearing in dozens of novels. Why? They put it in dozens of novels. They put it in films. Look what they tell you they put all this shit at, y'all. Look, novels, films, television shows, comics, video games, music videos. Any fucking questions? The doublespeak is real. That's where they at, y'all. In y'all movies, y'all TV shows, radio, video game, music videos, books, the novels, novels, not self-help books, not books of information, but novels, books of fiction. Modern Illuminati. Several recent and present day fraternal organizations. Could the Rosicrucian order be one of those several recent and present day fraternal organizations? Claim to be descended from the original Bavarian Illuminati and openly use the name Illuminati. Some of these groups use a variation on the name, the Illuminati order, in the name of their own organizations. All right, so the name, the real name of the Bavarian Illuminati is called the Illuminati Order, in the name of their own organizations, while others, such as the Ordo Templi Orientis, have Illuminati as a grade within their organization's hierarchy. So you enter into the Ordo Templi Orientis, work your way up the ladder, and become a part of the Illuminati that way, or you enter into the Illuminati, and you enter into the other way through other organizations. However, there is no evidence, lies. The evidence is in the films, the novels, and all the other things, right? There is no evidence that these present-day groups have any real connection to the historic order. Wink, wink. They have not amassed significant political power. They have not. They don't. Well, why are all the celebrities throwing up Illuminati if they ain't got political power or influence? And most, rather than trying to remain secret, promote unsubstantiated links to the Bavarian Illuminati as a means of attracting membership. Okay, this is, wait a minute. So now we know what the Illuminati is. Okay, now we know what the Illuminati is. The Illuminati is several different organizations, several fraternities, several. So we know that this fraternity, aka the Rosicrucian fraternity, come in the name of their parent fraternity. What? Order of Illuminati. Okay? Now, with that being said, understand what the name of this particular, it says foundation or kindergarten of the Rosicrucian fraternity. Wait a minute. Why would they call this shit the kindergarten of the Rosicrucian fraternity or the foundation of the Rosicrucian fraternity? They call the foundation kindergarten. Keep on showing you they after these children, man. The symbolic tree of Confederation of Initiates or Rosicrucian fraternity, symbolic tree of light, life, and love. And we know that they're against all of that. Okay? So the Confederation of Initiates, Council of Authority. Okay? I'm sorry. Wrong thing. Here we go. Let me see the Confederation of Initiates, Council of Authority. Where is you at, y'all? I had them boys. All right, yeah, we about to get into it. Wait a minute. All right. Boom. Remember, so we're going to get into the Rosicrucian order. The ancient and mystical order of the Rosicrucis, AMORC, AMORC, right? Also known as the Rosicrucian order, is the largest Rosicrucian organization in the world. It has various lodges, chapters, and other affiliated bodies throughout the globe, operating in 19 different languages. It operates as a fraternal order in the mystical tradition. Mystical means magical, magic and sorcery, y'all. And supports secular research and learning in the arts and humanities. Now remember, arts and humanities are, some of their one of their favorite areas, but science and math and all of that too. All right, but the AMORC, right, claims an association with a perennial philosophy, often referred to as the primordial tradition. The order further states that it is heir and custodian of the Rose Croix of the past, thereby making it the oldest existing traditional fraternity, and a modern day manifestation of the Rosicrucian fraternity of old. So if you want to be technical, the ancient mystical order, the ancient and mystical order Rosicrucis is in actuality the original Rosicrucian order of old. Okay? That's deep. Okay? Now, which is believed by some to have originated in the traditions of where, y'all? Where, nigga? Where, nigga? I said, where, nigga? Okay. Black folk. Tamerica. Okay. Here we go. Illuminati did not come after no Rosicrucians, you stupid nigga. That's how the niggas don't, man. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. Illuminati did not come after Rosicrucians. The Bavarian Illuminati came after the Rosicrucians. The Bavarian. But not the Illuminati itself. The Illuminati itself is an ancient Egyptian order. And we know the Egyptians is old as cheese, nigga. But I digress. I don't want to get lost in the sauce. Okay, where did they get their shit from? Where did the Rosicrucians get their shit from? Well, all of them get their shit from. There's not one secret society in the fucking planet that don't get their traditions from the ancient Egyptian schools. I don't like to call it. It wasn't no mystery of Egypt. I don't know why they call it Egyptian mystery schools, and it wouldn't no mystery of Egypt. All right. So, the ancient mysteries are said to have been preserved through the millennia. Of course, Tomb Raider, by closed secret societies until the early years of the 17th century Europe. At that point, according to the AMORC internal mythology, the time was right for the existence of this body of secret knowledge to become open, i.e. revealed to the world in the form of the Rosicrucian manifestos. Famous 17th century Rosicrucian Michael Meller described the origins of the Rosicrucianism as Egyptian Brahmic derived from the mysteries of Eleusis and Samothrace, the Magi of Persia, and the Pythagoreans and the Arabs. So basically, they tell you Rosicrucianism is Egyptian mixed with Indian, mixed with Eleusis, Samothrace, Persia, the Pythagoreans, and the Arabs. If you want to be technical, that's the bloodlines of the Rosicrucians. That's in that Rosicrucian shit. All right. Several of his other works also allude to the mysterious origins of the Rosicrucians. Today, the ancient and mystical order of the Rosicrucians is regarded as representing an open cycle of the ancient Rosicrucian traditions, its existence being a reactivation of Rosicrucian teachings in the United States, with previous Rosicrucian colonies in the United States having become dormant. And just, for, clarification, I keep on telling you, this is ultra-terrestrial shit going on. This is ultra-terrestrial God shit going on. So please don't think human in this shit. Okay? First Master's Cross. This rosy cross was brought to America by the first group of Rosicrucians to settle here in 1694. It was presented to Dr. H. Spencer Lewis by Mrs. May Banks Stacy, a member of the English Lodge, which had sponsored the first group's immigration to America. All right. The Rosicrucian Master's Cross from the Ancient and Mystical Order of the Rosicrucians, Rosicrucian Library in San Jose, California. All right. This is the emblem of the Rosicrucian Order. Remember, the ancient and mystical, meaning the original reactivation of the Rosicrucian. This is why, boom. And so when you look at the Freemason, Manly P. Hall, he wrote a book on the fraternity of the Rose Cross. Okay. When you look at the Rose Cross symbolism, it is heavily based also in Hebrew and what one might call Jewish magic. And when you delve off deeper into the invisible history of the Rosicrucians, you'll see that in essence, the Rosicrucians are the Illuminati. Okay? You want to talk about the original Illuminati? The Rosicrucians are probably, if not the, one of the top three organizations that are original Illuminati. All right. And so much so they have their own Illuminati card in the Illuminati card game, okay? This is how you know the Rosicrucians are a part of the Illuminati, and the Illuminati are not a part of the Rosicrucians. This is how you know the Illuminati is older than the Rosicrucians, and the Rosicrucians is not older than the Illuminati, because why? If it was that, then the name of the card game would be, the name of the everybody be throwing up the Rosicrucians. Everybody be throwing up the Rose and Cross as a gang sign. No, niggas throwing up the Illuminati. Okay? The Illuminati card game, the true Rosicrucians do not advertise, and their powers are recondite indeed. Okay? They believe in the age of enlightenment. Hold on, here we go. Y'all wanna know who found America? So the three, and notice, and I'm gonna be technical, these three are really the three. If you want to talk about, a big three in secret societies, y'all talk that Jesuit shit. Y'all can talk that other shit. Look, the Rosicrucians, Illuminati, and Freemasons. That's the unholy trinity, right there, buddy. That's the unholy trinity, right there. Okay, analyzing that. Okay, Robert Hieronymus, PhD with Laura Kortner, wrote, Founding Fathers, Secret Societies, Freemasons, Illuminati, Rosicrucians, and the Decoding of the Great Seal. And I'm letting you know right now, the big three dog secret societies that are stomping the yard are the Freemasons, the Illuminati, and the Rosicrucians. Period. Argue with me if you want. Get embarrassed. Argue with me if you want. Get embarrassed. So we're going back to the tree first before I get into this. So as we get into the kindergarten of this shit, we got to get into the tree. So as we go up the tree, the stem. So let's see what the root of the tree. The root of the tree is what? Order of Illuminati, foundation of kindergarten, of Rosicrucian fraternity, symbolic tree of the Confederation of Initiates. What are the Confederation of Initiates? That's the bark of the tree, the stem of the tree. The body of the tree is what? The Confederation of Initiates, Council of Authority. Let's go look up the federation. Let's go look up this particular sect and see what's going on. This is the emblem. This is the emblem of the Confederation of Initiates. All right, this is the emblem. Now, when you go right here, this is the website of the Rosicrucian website. And I'm sorry that's blurry to y'all. And the Rosicrucian website, gives you a deeper intel on the Confederation of Initiates. Until the early part of the 20th century, there were few authentic arcane orders. Now remember, the Confederation of Initiates and the Rosicrucians just let you know that their their order is an arcane order. When you are talking about arcane, Ark of the Covenant, Archon, Archangels, arcane, you are talking about sorcery and magic. Okay? So let's replace arcane with magical. Okay? Until the early part of the 20th century, there were few authentic magical orders other than those secret schools located in North America, Europe, Central, and South America. After these authentic schools, through their efforts and accomplishments, gained considerable prominence and favorable consideration, other organizations with little knowledge and with no legitimate authority began to appear with great frequency. In America, as in other countries, these spurious schools, through their unethical practices, false claims, and potentially harmful teachings, created confusion among the public. That was all orchestrated by them to stay in a shroud of secrecy. Don't believe that bullshit. First efforts toward organization. The first effort to bring the various authentic organizations under one jurisdiction. What authentic organization? The authentic Rosicrucian order organizations, bringing them all under one jurisdiction without interfering with their individual activities, was made in 1908 through an organized body known as the Royal Fraternity Association, the RFA. The RFA was eventually merged into the Confederation of Initiates after its formation in 1939. The present worldwide organization of the Confederation had its beginning in 1925, but it was on July 24, 1939, that the Confederation or Fraternity of Initiates was formally registered in the state of Pennsylvania to protect its title. After this, there began a concerted effort of cooperation on the part of those in authority. The Supreme Grand Masters remember who the Supreme Grand Masters are. The Supreme Grand Masters are the ultra-terrestrials of all the authentic orders, fraternities, and secret schools throughout the world. One of the most active in this effort was the Great Initiate Chevalier of Paris, France. With his efforts, and along with others, the formation of the La Fédération Universelle des Ordres, Sociétés et Fraternités des Initiates was culminated on March 20th, 1939. Others of honorary mention, and they go, to different honorary mentions. So basically giving you a brief overview of what the Order of Initiates are in, what that part of the tree in the Rosicrucian fraternity is meant to do. And that's what? To unite all of the different branches of the fraternity under one central umbrella. Okay? And as we get into the tree, it gets deeper, Shit gets deeper, and as you climb the tree, we about to get into how deep it really goes. And because remember, from what we're hearing, this is supposed to be a righteous group of people, right? Now, when I went and looked up, all right, now when you go look up the secret schools of council of instruction, that is not an organization. That is a branch of the Confederation of Initiates. That is, a division of the Confederation of Initiates. Another division of the Confederation of Initiates is the Rosicrucian Foundation Council of Records. So the Order of Illuminati, right, has the Confederation of Initiates, Council of Authority. The Council of Authority oversees secret schools, oversees the secret schools of instruction, and the Rosicrucian Foundation Council of Records, the records, okay? Now, as we travel, now remember, so those two right there, there's not going to be no wiki on those, because those are actually and essentially the council, the Confederation of Initiates. But as we travel farther up the tree and we go to the first degree, which is the right, it says the Order of Rose Cross, okay? The Order of the Rose Cross. Now, I was going to get into the Order of the Rose Cross first, and let me get into it. But I wanted to get into this one to the left too as well. So let me hurry up and get into both. All right. So boom, as we get into the Order of the Rose and Cross. Here we go. Boom. All right. As we get into this, we're going to find out that the Order of the Temple of the Rosy Cross was an early 20th century theosophical group. It was founded in 1912 by leaders of the Theosophical Society, including Annie Besant, Marie Roussac, and James Ingalls Wedgwood. So the Order of the Temple of the Rosy Cross, which is the first degree, was founded by two females, Mary and Annie. We getting deeper now. Keep on trying to tell you, I think, in my conspiracy mind, think that the real cabal and the real powers that be are not men. Patriarchy is just a vehicle used by the feminine powers hidden hand to manipulate the masses and give them a big bad wolf to point at, the big bad man who's doing all of the big bad patriarchal bullshit, right? But if you look at the founder of Order of the Rosy Cross, the first degree of the Confederation, the first degree of the fraternity, the first degree of the fraternity founded by females. I'm just making that observation. That's an observation I'm just making. I hope you made that observation too. As I get, as we get deeper off into this thing of life, okay? The Order of the Temple of the Rosy Cross, okay, boom, that was them right there, right? According to the Gregory Tillett and Charles Webster Ledbetter, both Mary and Annie, both Mary and James were mediums. So what is a medium? One who communicates with the spirit world to do magical, supernatural shit. Okay, then. Keep telling y'all this shit magic and y'all don't want to listen, man. And Wedgwood were mediums who purportedly communicated messages from the masters. Who are the masters? The ultra-terrestrials. Who are the ultra-terrestrials? Angels, demons, dragons, jinns. No, well, not, I can't say angels, demons. I can't say dragon. I can't say jinn. That's, you're talking about cosmic. You're talking about ultra-terrestrial, you're talking about gnomes, fairies, elves, dwarfs, ogres, the undines, mermaids. If I'm missing something, forgive me. But so on and so forth. Those are the masters of these secret societies. But you guys got to realize this: every secret society has an entrenchment in believing or serving, worshiping, and doing the bidding of the ultra-terrestrials, aka the reptilians. All right. Now, with that being said, boom. So who purportedly communicated messages. So there were mediums challenging messages from the interdimensional world, or the archons, or the reptiles, right? Rusak's understudy in the temple was Lady Emily Lutyens, the English representative of the Order of the Star in the East, and which later became the Eastern Stars. But anyway, Order of the Star in the East, and editor of its journal, Herald of the Star, who was also in the society's esoteric section and introduced wealthy converts who financed the society. Don't that sound familiar? Wink, wink. According to the Vahan, the Order of the Temple of the Rosy Cross was dedicated to the study of the mysteries, which is magic, of the mysteries, Rosicrucians, Cabal, astrology, magic, Masonry, magic, symbolism, magic, Christian ceremonial, magic, mystic traditional magic, and occultic magic of the West. And it added that to confide in that such work serves as a preliminary for the restoration of the missing mysteries of Europe with the decadence of Rome. So basically saying this is a rebirth of Rome. This is a rebirth of Europe. Okay? Okay. This is the symbol. This is a drawing of the Order of the Temple of the Rosy Cross and the symbols therein. And you can, I'm pretty sure you can spot a lot of symbolism in that. All right. So as we go deeper into the tree, that was the first degree. Now remember, it's the Order of the Illuminati. So all of that shit answers back to the Illuminati. But who do the Illuminati answer to? Black Cube. Who up there with the Black Cube? Call to Yahweh. Who y'all want? Look, y'all don't want Temple of Set, Call to Yahweh, Black Cube. That's the real Illuminati. And then you have Illuminati, Freemasons, Rosicrucians. Then you have all the other ones, Jesuits, Knights Templar, and them guys right there. And then everything trickling on down when it comes to which secret society is really. So you got the three big dog societies at the top, which is the Black Cube, the Black Cult of the Black Cube that worships Saturn. You got the Temple of Set that worships Set, and then you have the when I just said the Cult of the Black Cube, the Temple of Set, and I'm missing one more right now. But those three are at the top, and then you have the Rosicrucians, you have the Illuminati, and the Freemasons at the bottom. But you want to talk about that real Illuminati? Yeah, that real Illuminati is that fucking cult of Saturn. Oh yeah, there you go. Cult of Yahweh, cult of Saturn, which is with the Cult of the Black Cube. Cult of Yahweh, Cult of the Black Cube, and Temple of Set. That's your three at the top. Cult of Yahweh, Cult of the Black Cube, Temple of Set. That's at the top. They 100% open. And then you have those three at the bottom, the next three tier. So we're about to get into the second degree, and I never heard of this until this right here. Order of Evils. Second degree hierarchy of evils. Okay. And I said, God damn, they ain't playing no games. And I went and I looked and I said, by golly gee willikers, they were absolutely not lying. Here goes the order of evils. Okay. There was a book out about them, The Order of Evils, toward an ontology of morals. Okay, a whole bunch of doublespeak about the right way to do the wrong things. When you look at the Order of Evils, they put it in the form of a book, right? They put it in the form of a book, but that book, remember they told you they put their shit in what? Novels, symbolism. But who? A new moral theory from an Israeli philosopher. Remember those three sky gods? Okay. Israeli philosopher and activists emphasizing the existential and political nature of evil. So we know that the politics is evil. Because why? Evil has a political nature, an existential political nature. What remains of moral judgment when truth itself is mistrusted, when the validity of every belief system depends on its context, when power and knowledge are inextricably entangled? Okay, so they're going to order evil. So we went to climbing, and I got to climbing. I'm like, okay, goddamn, what's next, what's next, Illuminati? And when we get into the next thing, we get into the tree, and as we go further up the tree, we'll see which one do you want to run across first? That third degree, Order of the Eighth Priesthood, AETH, Order of the Eighth Priesthood, and that's the third degree hierarchy of eighth, aka eighth meaning aether. And this is why you always see that. This is why the infinity symbol looks like the number 8, because 8 represents aether. Aether is the substance that spirits are made of. All right. So let's get into the order of the eighth, right? And then we hop into the order of the 8. There's more Rosicrucian doctrine, more explanation about the order of the 8, as you can see right here. But I also wanted to show you something that baffled me as well. You can screenshot that right there. Screenshot this right here, and I'm going to read part of it just to give you an overall perspective. So, ma'am, remember this. This is the Fraternities Rosicrucians. This is their website. And always remember, I'm about to show you what's their website address is going to fuck you up. You ready? The crowning jewel of the spiritual courses offered by the Rosicrucian. So, remember, spiritual courses, it's a spiritual war, okay, by the Rosicrucian fraternity is the 8th priesthood. This course offers all that is required to lead the dedicated student to the most sublime spiritual development possible on this earth, truly from mortality to conscious immortality. While the eighth priesthood is most advanced course offered by the fraternities Rosicrucians, it takes the student step by step along the path. The instruction begins with the ancient Rosy Cross teachings. That's the first order. Remember, that's the first degree. Ancient Rosy Cross teachings. However, the Rosy Cross, sublime as it is, but inaugurates the training toward the spiritual hierarchy. It is the secondary grade of the secret schools. The school of soul science is the first. Nigga, wait a minute. Watch this here. Remember I told you the devil is after souls. Wherein is taught a sublime philosophy, the law of justice, the principles underlying compensation as relating to all activities of life, the necessity of real manhood and womanhood, and non-interference with the rights of others. In its training, the Rosy Cross leads the students by degrees from the purely physical to the verity of the spiritual. It instructs the student to the process of transmutation and the acquisition of health and strength, the outlasting of thoughts of weakness and age, so that he or she may, by their own efforts, transmute the base and inglorious into the pure, and find the dross into the finest gold. Okay? Wait a minute. Believe it or not, they just gave you an actual alchemical process of how they sacrifice human beings. If you only knew. That was the alchemical process of how to sacrifice some shit, but y'all don't know double speak, so I can't even, that's a whole nother live double speak. All right, but check this out. I found this peculiar, odd, and strange. Look at the name of the website to get to the fraternities Rosicrucians. You see that? Soul.org. Right at the top. You see that? At the very top. Soul.org. I found that unusual. I found that a little weird. At the name of the Rosicrucian orders for shit would be soul.org. Here goes some more information on the order of the eighth priesthood. Okay. Screenshot that. And it tells you, it shows you, look, they got conditions for enrollment. They got private consultations. They got classes and seminars. They got instruction consultations. They got exercises, library of textbooks, progress reports to school. All this shit has to do with teaching you some sublime spiritual doctrine. Of course, right? But of course, right? Hold on, my bad. I skipped over. I got to go back to the tree. So if you go back to the tree, we get into the next order of things. And when we get into the next order, we see this beautiful tree is getting a little evil. It's the order of evils. And then we got into the order of the eighth priesthood. But then it said, over here to the right, on top of the first degree, they got this militia cruciferis. What is that militia? And I'm like, what, the motherfuckers got their own military and shit? And you wouldn't believe it, nigga. You wouldn't believe it. You damn skippy, they got their own military. The Order Militia Crucifera Evangelica. This is, in my belief, the military police hit, the stepper. This they steppers. It's the steppers. The Order Militia Crucifera Evangelica, the OMCE, is an international non-profit fraternal organization open to all men and women over 18 who share its philosophy and who wish to improve themselves and serve the evolution of humanity. While the order has a spiritual base, they keep telling you a spiritual base, but they're not telling you what kind of spiritual base. Red flag. The members are free to follow their own conscience in all matters, even matters of, I guess, in rape and all that other shit, right? and said all matters, right? I wonder what all matters could mean. Including that of their preferred faith. The order which studies such subjects as metaphysics, mysticism, Gnosticism, Rosicrucianism, and Rosicrucian history expresses itself using the oral ancient Western esoteric tradition. The OMCE also promotes projects consecrated to the spiritual upliftment of humankind and of the individuals wishing to participate. Okay? Oh, man. And the meeting groups, most of the work of the order militia, you ready? Most of the work of the order militia takes place in groups that are located in places across the world. So they ducked off. They're hiding all across the board. They're hiding all across the board, man. We climb the tree and get some more information. As we climb the tree and get some more knowledge. You know, the truth is stranger than fiction. They already told y'all that, right? Well, let's see how strange it's gonna get. And as we get, it said the order of Melchizedek. And I said, okay. Damn, they got the order of Melchizedek on deck now. We looked that shit up. And boom, the order of Melchizedek. By Natalie Graham. That's Drake's last name, huh? Graham, huh? All right. Rapture ready. End time news. Prophecy. Rapture of the pre-tribulation church. Feel free. Reach us to know more about the Bible prophecy and rapture ready. What is the rapture? Pre-tribulation. All right. Right. That's the little book. But then, boom. The priesthood of Melchizedek is a role in Abrahamic religions modeled on Melchizedek, combining the dual position of king and priest. Okay. This is the click. They showing y'all a click. Ain't nobody fucking with my click. Click, 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 click. Everybody fucking with my click, 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 right? They want them. Let me see what they're. After the order of Melchizedek, we have the order of Holy Grail. We have the order of Holy Grail or the Church of Illumination. Which one? Let me see. We have the order of Holy Grail or the Church of Illumination. And I think it's order of the Holy Grail. So we get into the order of the Holy Grail. This is the same tree, different branches. Same shit, different restroom. Okay, same body, different gun. You know, same gun, different body. Sorry. Knights of the Holy Grail. Okay, the Knights of the Holy Grail is an order of Christian knighthood dedicated to the quest of the Holy Grail. Can anybody tell me what the real Holy Grail is? Let me see where y'all at. Because y'all answered the other two so fast. If y'all answer this one right, man, I'm about to stop doing these type of videos and start doing some other type of shit. Cause y'all too smart, y'all gonna be too smart for me. And I gotta keep y'all attention. So what is the real Holy Grail? Or what is the symbolic meaning? Or what does the Holy Grail really symbolize? Can anybody tell me? The real meaning of the Holy Grail. I'll wait. Cause I wanna know. I like to know. That's the initiation. I want to know somebody. I know what it means. I want to see somebody get it right. I want to see. What? Somebody said the bloodline of Christ. No. What is the Holy Grail? Only one person answered? Hundreds of people? And only one answer? Damn. I'm gonna wait for one more answer. This one they didn't get right. I won this round. I got the other two right. And I didn't get this one right. So, Somebody said aura. Nope. So, the Holy Grail, you ready? The Holy Grail is adrenochrome. Bust y'all head open wide. I just bust your head open wide. I just bust your head open so wide. I just bust your head open so fucking wide. You like, oh yeah. Mm-hmm. And why do they call it the Holy Grail? Number one, holy. There's nothing holier than the innocence of a child. Two, where do children come from? The chalice, henceforth, grail. But three, what are they drinking out of the chalice? They keep on telling you they're drinking the blood of Christ. But what is Christ represented as on Christmas? Baby Jesus. So if y'all drinking the blood of Christ, isn't baby Jesus included in that blood of Christ? Isn't baby Jesus included in the blood of Christ? Because y'all drank the blood of Christ for communion. I'm just trying to figure out, is y'all drinking the blood of baby Jesus or y'all drinking the blood of grown Jesus? Which blood y'all drinking of? Because the holy represents the innocent of children. The grail represents the sacred feminine in which children come from. The blood in the chalice represents the chrome, sitting on chrome. So when y'all drinking the blood at communion, I just want to know, are y'all drinking grown Jesus blood or baby Jesus blood? Because if you're drinking baby Jesus blood, that's the Holy Grail. But they'll make you think some other shit, right? Here we go. The Knights of the Holy Grail is an order of Christian knighthood dedicated to the quest of the Holy Grail, the search for ancient Christian wisdom, and the lost treasures of Christ's holy church. In the spirit of adventure and in the grand old traditions of knighthood, we journey forth upon this quest that leads us to the sacred shrines and ancient churches, places of miracles, visions, and divine messages, healings and holy apparitions, words of wisdom, guidance from holy men, women, hermits, and living saints. We devote ourselves to the cause of good and noble deeds. They lying to you. And through a life dedicated to prayer and the holy mysteries, they lying to you. Engage in spiritual warfare against the devil. They telling you the truth, but they know they with the devil. They're not against the devil and all his works. The Knights of the Holy Grail is centered in the character of Christ. Baby Jesus or grown Jesus, I don't know. Baby Christ or grown Christ. It is handled in simple and elegant. Ritual. It binds its knights and ladies to God. When we say ladies and gentlemen, that's what they're talking about. And to each other in true brotherhood. It reaches all ranks of society. It will win not by numbers, but by its refining, elevating ideals. Okay? As we get a little deeper perspective into what's going on, I'm recognizing that, the mastery in which they speak in code is just is crazy. We few, we happy few, we band of brothers, Henry V. The valiant mission of the Knights is the quest of the Holy Grail, the mystical heart of ancient Christian spirituality. Okay? The quest opens the gates to a holy and hidden knowledge, a treasury of divine secrets, a heaven of the most holy mysteries of God, and bids us to find it. The Holy Grail is a personal is as personal as it is universal and is symbolic of all that is near and dear to us, the fulfillment of the righteous desire of our heart. Okay? Understanding this shit. As we get deeper, as we go farther, as we climb further up the tree, you're just gonna keep on seeing a pattern that this shit was way deeper than you thought. Who's next? Church of Illumination. Here we go. Church of Illumination. Where I'm at. Here we go. Now remember that the Knights Templar, remember that the Rosicrucians were founded in where? Pennsylvania. Quakertown, Pennsylvania to be exact. So they opened up their Church of Illumination in Quakertown, Pennsylvania. Okay? And the Church of Illumination is a part of the Rosicrucian branch. As we get into another part of the branch called the Order of the Magi. Y'all see it right here. Order of the Magi, but y'all see it on the branch right here. Order of the Magi. So we're about to get into the Order of the Magi real quick. And when we look at it, they're keeping it honest. They're keeping it focused as well. Order of the Magi, or simply the Magi, or the Magi, are a loose alliance of wizards trained in the high art of magic. High art is the ability to change the world by drawing power from the other side, tempered by knowledge. All the Magi seem to have stopped aging and are now centuries old. That's them ultra-terrestrials. Okay. Let me see what the Order of the Magi talking about. Let's see what the Order of the Magi are talking about, man. Boom. Right, the Order of the Magi. Remember, after the arcane orders, the Magi Order is the most exclusive of the mystery schools. Although the Nazarene, is supposed to, that's supposed to be a code word for Jesus, right? Which is a plagiarized name in itself, a plagiarized story in itself. Can't believe they. Anyway, although the Nazarene was a member of the priesthood of Melchizedek, it was the priest of the Magi who were divinely informed of the birth of the child and who journeyed to welcome him into this world. The exclusiveness of the Magi is centered on its strict criteria of acceptance for membership and training. The essential requirements for admittance to the Magi Order are: the applicant is free from restrictive religious dogma. The applicant will dedicate time each day to the exercises taught. He or she will permit, biblically speaking, neither father, mother, brother, sister, spouse, friend, or foe to in any way interfere with the required study and practices. Man, these stringent applicant requirements are necessary for ultimate success in the order. And they give you the teachings of the Magi, and you can read all that, screenshot that, get with that. But it's the most exclusive of the mystery schools. It is the most exclusive of all the mystery schools. Basically just, sending you on some points. Here goes some more Order of the Magi, or the Magi functions. And y'all could, screenshot that. And they give you an insight. They give you a double-spoken insight into the Order of the Magi, right? And the branch of the tree keeps going up and up and up and up. And it's like, whoa, the strength. We got to have the strength of the tree, y'all. We got to have the strength of the tree. Order of Alchemy, and then the fraternity. It says Order of Alchemy, and then the fraternity of Oh, the fraternity cult of Osiris. So let's get into that. Right? Let's get into those last two. Let me see. Boom. Now, I couldn't find the actual secret society called the Order of Alchemy, but I did discover that the secret society from the Order of Alchemy, the reason why they are not a society, because there are only few in name, and they created these things called the alchemical manuscripts. And the alchemical manuscript series is a collection of rare centuries-old alchemical material made available to English readers. It includes translations of important works by the eminent alchemists Basil Valentine, Anton Kirchweger, Isaac Hollandus, George Ripley S. Backstrom, Alexander van Suchen, Baron Urbigerus, Johann Becker, and Artifius. And basically, they wrote these manuscripts, and these manuscripts became the basis of alchemy. And then you have the cult of Osiris, the fraternity of Osiris. Okay? And y'all can screenshot that, take a picture of that, and get into, the cult of Osiris and how Set got his claim to fame through killing his brother. All right. And then I would like to quickly get into this right here. Okay. Now, essentially, these people who I'm about to show you, essentially are the core magicians that the Illuminati, Rosicrucian, Freemasons get their mysticism from. Or what I would say, not even get their mysticism from, but has exemplified their mysticism or embodied their mysticism in a not gonna say progressive way, but in a impactful way, right? So scattered individuals throughout modern history and all over the globe have picked up on some aspect of this ultra-terrestrial mystery, but none up until now has pulled all of it together. However, this outstanding sampling of the best the human race has to offer in their own way provided us with clues and building blocks. Some are geniuses, some saints. A few are absolute scoundrels. A scoundrel is one who lies a lot and does scams and lie a lot and all kind of shit and get you in all kind of predicaments. All of them are fascinating. What follows is a thumbnail sketch of some of these individuals. Let's go back. Because y'all don't realize that they just gave you the most narcissistic shit on the face of the planet. The most narcissistic shit on the face of the planet they just gave you. Ready? Here we go. They said, these scattered individuals throughout modern history that believe in that ultra-terrestrial mystery, right? She said, however, this outstanding sampling of the best the human race has to offer. Let's see who the Rosicrucians consider the best the human race has to offer. Okay? The first person that they said was the best that the Rosicrucians had to offer, automatically was a red flag. Oh, he a rabbi. Oh, we already know y'all on that bluish, y'all on that Jewish, y'all on that Kanye, y'all on that Kanye. Get him Kanye, get him Yeezu, get him Jesus. Okay, this is the first person they got to talk about, right? That is the best humanity has to offer. So let's get into this shit, okay? God damn. All right. Aaron, rabbi, also known as Yonah, former Rabbi Ibn Aaron, was a key figure in the 1950s and 60s in the New York City area of UFOlogy. So let's understand this. Let me break something down to y'all. All of that shit, y'all of that shit you be hearing about UFOs is actually ultra-terrestrial phenomenons and sightings. The sightings that you see, the craft that you see, the things that you see that you think are from outer space are actually from inner Earth, are actually from beyond the ice wall, are actually having fun up under the dome. Because we keep on looking at outer space, but keep forgetting about inner space. So the majority of UFOs you see are not from outer space. The majority, 99.99999% of the UFOs you see are from fucking inside the Earth. Ancient gangster, cold-blooded technology from inside the Earth. And like I tell everybody before, if you don't believe in that this motherfucking Earth is a dome, right? Then I always just implore you to go look at the TV show Under the Dome. They even call one of the holy relics over there in Mecca, right? Over there in the Middle East, they call it the Dome of the Rock. When you have a smart mind that activates on that smartness, it's called a wise dome, wisdom. Your head, the top of your head of your skull is the dome to your brain. Okay? When we go play football, baseball in the stadiums, we play under the dome. When you see in the movie, Planet of the Apes movie, Godzilla versus King Kong. Where was King Kong at before they brought him to the inner Earth? King Kong was in a computer simulation, and that computer simulation, he was able to take the stick and throw it in the sky and crack the dome, right? When you look at Hunger Games, all the shit that was going on in Hunger Games, when Katniss Everdeen finally put some pop on him, what she did, she cracked the dome. She hit up and she cracked the fucking dome, bruh. I'm not saying that they can't get out of the dome and they can't go in and out of the dome as they please, but I am saying take into consideration all of the evidence that came before your Caucasian education. Your Caucasian education told you that we're on a ball and that ball is spinning. Your Caucasian education told you that these things. But what did our ancient ancestor teach us? And if you go look at our ancient ancestry, whether it was the Kemetic ancestors, the Olmecs, the Aztecs, whatever X, they showed and depicted that we were in a place of incarnation and reincarnation, and we're under a dome playing a game just like any other football or basketball game. But the name of our game is called life. The name of our game is called life. So if trillionaires finance billionaires, and these billionaires finance puppet millionaires to give you stories, fictional truth stories in the form of movies and TV shows, and one of those TV shows is literally called Under the Dome, then take into consideration that the motherfuckers might not be lying. My nigga might be telling you a little truth there, but brother, all right? So, they consider this clown the best humanity has to offer. We out of there. Let's get into the next best that they claim that humanity has to offer. But these are the cast of most unusual characters. Remember that. It's not unusual. They always say that, right? Frater Akkad, also known as Frater Parsifal. Real name Charles Robert John Stansfield Jones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That boy got 5 names. 2. Okay, that boy got 1, 2. That nigga got 2 last names and 3 first names. He was born in 1886. He died in 1952. Freder Akkad is a key figure in the magical revival of the 20th century, recognized by Aleister Crowley as his magical son and presumable heir. Akkad quickly rose to the leadership and initiatory summits of both Crowley's Ordo A and the Ordo Templi Orientis. After World War I, he and Crowley parted company. Akkad produced a number of remarkable works on the occult, notable for their originality and logical consistency. His book, 31, provided the first serious clue to the cipher of the UFO knots. And I keep on telling you, that UFO shit is actually ultra-terrestrial shit. All right? George Adamski, the author of Flying Saucers Have Landed. Okay? These are the people they said were the best humanity had to offer. Notice how all the people who they're offering as the best humanity have to offer are Caucasian. Okay? Caucasian. Okay? Let's get to the next best humanity has to offer. Humanity, for some reason, the best that humanity has to offer all are some white boys. And this one ultra-terrestrial right here, AWAS, right? The predator human intelligence who appeared to Aleister Crowley in Cairo in April 1904, dictating to him the Book of the Law, or Liber Al. Okay? Although primarily associated with the law of the new Aeon or Age of Aquarius, which we are in right now, the Book of the Law predicts and contains the complete cipher of the UFO knots. As far as is known, although when you say UFO knots, let's just say the Rosicrucian order. Let's not confuse UFO knots with as if they're not Illuminati Rosicrucians. All right. So, the complete cipher of the Rosicrucian order. As far as is known, although not fully decoded until the 1970s, even in the classical form, this cipher seems to have been in use both among Rosicrucians themselves for some time prior to the appearance of AWAS. And the physical description Crowley gives of AWAS is virtually identical to those given in modern Men in Black cases. Arnold Kenneth, a pilot who made his way into history on June 24, 1947, when he reported sighting 9 unidentified objects in the Cascade Mountains, which were ultra-terrestrial objects, okay? Which he described as like saucers dipping over water. That's where they live at, under the water. A lot of them live under the water, especially the undines and the underneaths and the mermaids, or what we call the mer people, right? Ballard Guy Warren, founder of the mystical I Am movement. Ballard was also considered associated with fastest silver with the fastest silver shirts prior to World War II. This nigga named Silver Shirts. Wow. George Hunt Williamson was also associated with it. Barker Gray. Look, these are all the best humanity has to offer. Barker Gray, founder of Saucerian Publications and author of the first book of the 3 Men in Black. Look at all this gobbledygook. Okay. He wrote a novel, Barker's allegorical novel called The Silver Bridge. We're just talking about Silver Shirt. Man, and they got that fucking comic book called The Silver Surfer. Man, let me keep on going, bro. Bell, Dr. Fred Bell, white boy. Truman Bethlehem, right, became a contactee in 1952 with the female Rosicrucian Aura Reigns from the planet Clarion. Oh man, a physical contactee of the Adamski type. Man, listen, bro. Contact. What did he contact? Them kids. And I'm letting you be known right now. You ready? Here we go. We're gonna start from the bottom with this one because somebody was mentioning her early. Madam Helena P. Blavatsky, affectionately known as HPB by her followers, co-founder and primary moving force of the Theosophical Society, a high initiate. She was in communication with exalted adepts of the Great White Brotherhood through the main years of her career. She appears, remember, the communication and the adepts of the Great White Brotherhood are the ultra-terrestrials. Remember that. The Great White Brotherhood is the ultra-terrestrials. And remember, in actual real sorcery and actual real magic, white actually means death. She appears to be the first major historical personality to actively conceal the true names and origins of initiates using the cipher of the Rosicrucians. All right, Bimstein, Louis M. Bimstein, also known as Max Theon and Aya Aziz, the son of a Polish rabbi. Come on, man. This is the best humanity has to offer. Look at all the best humanity has to offer right after fucking Madame Blavatsky. Here can he come. Mr. Supernatural himself. Aleister Crowley, the scribe of the Book of the Law, as dictated to him by the intelligence AWAS. Crowley is the most significant figure of the occult revival of the 20th century, and an initiate of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, and later leader of its successor order, the AA. I wonder if that's what that AA means and those AA meetings really be about. Crowley was a magus, prophet, poet, mountaineer, author, lecturer, and contactee. He wrestled all his adult life with the nature of the higher beings he contacted, such as Lam, Iwas, and Abudis. Reviled by many as a black magician, he was a late Victorian English gentleman to the end of his life, a man intoxicated with God. To borrow one of his biographers' terms, Crowley was neither a Satanist nor a black magician. He died in poverty in 1947. Under his deathbed was found a considerable sum of money belonging to the Ordo Templi Orientis, which he had declined to spend even on medicine that might have saved his life. His considerable contributions to the Allied war effort in World War II are little known, little understood even by many of his supposed followers. His death in the same year that the UFO phenomenon came to public attention seems more than coincidental. I got rid of him, told this shit. Frater Damon, the primate of the Kabbalistic Alchemist Church. The Kabbalistic Alchemist Church, nigga. The founder, primate of the Kabbalistic Alchemist Church. Hey, Kabbalah, all my Kabbalah fans. There y'all go. White boy created y'all shit. Here we go. Oh, look at this nigga. He got the Freemason point going on at the head. And he they look like they on some demon time right here. John A. Keel. Remember John A. Keel? We just heard about him, the adventurer and author. His early pursuit of occultic mysteries are chronicled in Jadoo. His interest in UFOs led to the development of an ultra-terrestrial alternative to the extraterrestrial hypothesis. A prime investigator of the Mothman cases, his UFO operations, Trojan Horse, and Mothman prophecies clearly show the link between things ufological and things occult. So basically saying that shit they be talking about with aliens and shit, that's all really magic and occult shit that they disguise and call alien. But it's not alien. It's actually in ultra terrestrial. All right. George King, one of the premier trance channel contactees in 1955. Another white boy, Freda LeMay, another white boy. Group Light Lines, organizing Kentucky by Carla Ruckert, white girl. Okay, so as you can see, the best that humanity has to offer, as the Rosicrucians are concerned, ain't got nothing to do with melanated people, ain't got nothing to do with black people or any kind of people of that kind of nature. As you can see with Woodrow Derenberger, Philip K. This nigga named Philip K. Dick, and Dr. Carl Jung. Okay, as you can see, they're the best of humanity has to offer. Ain't got nothing to do with you and me. Okay, ain't nothing to do with you and me. But look at these founding fathers of this shit. You know, Lane Mead, Mosley James. Look at the founding fathers of this shit, man, and you'll see that, hey, these other people who they say are the best humanity has to offer, the best. And they say some of them are outright scoundrels, but they're still the best. Crazy, right? John Newbro, Raymond A. Palmer. Check the data. Y'all remember the old waspy? You remember all them black people that be talking about the old waspy? The old waspy this, the old waspy that, the old waspy that, the old waspy this. They go the white boy that created the old waspy. You niggas is stupid as fuck. Raymond A. Palmer. Raymond A. Palmer. Oh, these niggas definitely look like they on demon time. Oh my goodness. Look at these Negroes. These Negroes on Juba demon time. You feel me? Man. Are blacks first humans? Nope, blacks aren't the first humans. Blacks aren't human. I'll keep telling y'all that. George Van Tassel, George Hunt Williamson. Look at the best humanity has to offer. Okay? This is who the Rosicrucians believe that are the best humanity had to offer. Prophet Elizabeth and the late Mark Prophet. Elizabeth Prophet and Mark Prophet. Crossovers between classical mediumship and modern trance channeling and American occultists. Look at this. The best humanity has to offer. These are the best humanity had to offer, and therefore, we know why we at our worst. We know why Donald Trump said "Make America Great Again." Look what took over these motherfuckers. All right, Richard Sharp Shaver, Reverend Frank Strange. Ain't that something? This nigga named Strangest. So these are the best that humanity has to offer. This is the branch. This is the branch of the tree you call Rosicrucian Order of Illuminati. And, you know, understand that no matter what fraternity, no matter what secret society you join, you're gonna meet that wall of racism. And hey, it is what it is. You're gonna meet that wall of racism. It is what it is, man. But anyone know the truth about first humans? And what about the first humans? What about them? You gotta get specific in your questions. What about them? The first humans were not 6 feet tall. The first humans were not us. We are not the first humans. Okay, you know the temple they had sent people. Yes, all right. Anyway, yeah, man. But I had to break that down to you right quick. I think the next one I'm gonna get on is I already did Freemasons, I already did Illuminati, I already did Rosicrucians, I did the Black Cube. Oh, I gotta do Temple of Set, I gotta do Call to Yahweh, I gotta do who else? Temple of Set, Call to Yahweh, Jesuits, Knights Templar, the Moors, exposing Nation of Islam. Oh, but my next one I'm exposing. Somebody told me to expose Farrakhan and Aaliyah, so I'm about to see where they want me to go with that Farrakhan and Aaliyah joint. You feel me? And take that into the butt. Y'all already know what the business is, man. Let's run it up. Let me get on before I get spit on. If y'all find this information valuable, y'all please donate. The links are in the description of this video. If you find, if you want to support my brand, the links are in the description of this video. You know, if you want to support my brand in any way possible, the links are in the description of the video. If you want to hit me up, y'all already know everything in the description of the video. I ain't got to keep repeating myself. Everything in the description of the video is already ready, up and running. All you gotta do is just use your fingers and do a little do a little finger pressing, and it's gonna bring you right down to the to where you need to go. And I guarantee you, where you need to go is definitely where you need to be. Trust me. And with that being said, peace.
1. Boil bag of miracle tea in big pot of water for 30 minutes. Cover and let sit for 1 hour. 2. Pour miracle tea into 1 gallon pitcher. Fill remaining pitcher volume with water. 3. Optional. Pour 11 ounces. Agave, or honey. 4. Optional. Squeeze lemon into your pitcher. Refrigerate. Drink daily.
Let me serve you some tea. I know the truth can be a little hard to drink. I know it's smooth to a tea, got you sipping. Let me serve you some tea.
And make sure y'all go to the link in the description and follow my YouTube channel, KiLLUMiNAti 999. Follow my YouTube channel, KiLLUMiNAti 999. They got a different look of some stuff up there. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah.
I told you we'd be deathless. We just need new shells from time to time. And plenty of souls to eat.
It's just the law. Black people are slaves and white people own them. That's just the way it is.
I know. Just don't understand it, I guess.
Well, think of it this way, Kizzy. It's the natural way of things.
That's the way God made it?
Exactly. So if it wasn't right, why, he'd change it, wouldn't he? Kizzy, don't you want to be my slave?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Ain't that right, you smelly nigger?
I didn't write that.
Well, you is a smelly nigger.
If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like this video, share this video. Do not hesitate to leave a comment. Every word counts. Let's change the algorithm. Even all my haters out there, like, share, and subscribe with your hating ass.
I'm telling y'all, man, y'all go to chakradoctor.org, man. He'll start putting you up on game, man. Go to chakradoctor.org. He will explain all this shit to you, man. He's the realest nigga on YouTube, man. Once I found out that everything's witchcraft, I'm like, oh, shit.